9. Hey, welcome to the JaySquared Podcast. I'm Jesoma,
And I'm J-Rock.
and this is the JaySquared Podcast. Now, we've been gone for a while, and we've missed you. But before any of that, I want to ask, J-Rock, how are you doing? How's your day? How's your week? How's your couple weeks been? Tell me all about it.
I've been better.
Okay.
But today's Friday, which is my day off. So, yeah. How about you?
I've actually been pretty good. Rehab's been pretty awesome, so I'm
Nice.
excelling, doing pretty great. My knee feels good, so
That's good.
it's just been all positive.
That's
Positive
good.
vibes. Yeah. But what we really want to do is bring you guys a great show. And this is our yearly Halloween episode, I guess you can say.
It became a Halloween episode.
It became that because you guys voted for it. So this is what we're going to be doing. All right. We put up
Spooky.
a whole bunch of, what is it that, I think it was like since last week, we've been asking you guys what you wanted to do as far as the topic, the special topic. And we got Halloween. So we're going to be doing Halloween. So that's going to be our special topic, right?
Yeah.
But for right now, let's get into some sports and entertainment. And tell me about this one. Dame is going to the Bucks.
Starting off with depression.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
I know some people were very excited and hyped because Dame wanted to come to Miami, even though nothing was set in stone. And based on the reports that were coming out, it seemed like the GM for the Blazers never wanted to negotiate with Miami and decided to screw us over in whichever way possible because he didn't even listen to the Heat's like second trade offers or anything like that. And also there's like a rumor going around that apparently they wanted either Jimmy or Bam, which is freaking insane.
Crazy.
But it seems like they did it in spite of Dame wanting to come to Miami because he said if it wasn't Miami, he was going to rescind the trade and then just go back and play for the Blazers. But the GM came out and said, no, you can't come back here. So I think it's just an ego trip for the GM. And even the players that they got from the Bucks, like they got Drew Holiday, and they're trying to trade him away.
That's freaking insane.
So at the end of the day,
monster, so why would they do that?
I think at the end of the day, it was just to spite Miami. But whatever. Heat in 6.
It's always Heat.
No,
I mean, I think that what happened is okay. So I have a couple thoughts on this. First off, I think that Dame used social media and every platform beautifully because he made himself way more valuable by saying all I want is Miami. So now everybody's coming after him. Everybody's trying to get him. And even though he's going to the Bucks, he's getting a huge deal, I'm sure. Like he's getting a massive deal for going. So regardless, he's getting paid. And also he's teaming up with Giannis, which is going to be fucking fantastic. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we've seen these big trades flop before, but this doesn't seem like too big of a superstar trade. And Dame seems like he works really good with other players. So I see this going really good for the Bucks. As far as Miami, I think we counted our eggs way too early because we did a lot of
in typical Miami fashion.
In typical Miami fashion, we went ahead and we traded away. Like I don't even think because I think that when you come to Miami, you become a lot better. A lot of players, they come to Miami, they become a lot better. But we created some great players and we gave them away, and we shouldn't have done that before we knew what was, the final verdict. But we did that, and now we kind of got to live with it. And now we got Jimmy Butler and his little puffballs making videos immediately. Like, nah,
See,
there's no way this happened.
I'm not really worried about the players that we traded away. I think for me, keeping Tyler Hero healthy throughout the playoffs will be key. The fact that we're paying Caleb Martin and we let Struess and Gabe go, I understand that, but we also picked up Josh Richardson, which is like a great addition as a point guard and a defensive player. So I'm not really that much worried about the Heat. I do hope that they trade away Duncan and Kyle, and get some good assets for Miami, but we'll see
That's
what
what bothered
happens.
me. We didn't trade away the main people who haven't produced as much. Like, yeah, like we traded away Struess, who was actually really helpful during the playoffs, produced, but we are not gonna trade away Duncan. Doesn't make
See,
sense to me.
I get you, but Struess and Gabe were looking for like max deals, and we don't have that type of money right now.
Yeah, but they deserve it. Give me
Oh yeah,
like we made
that's why
we
I'm
made
okay
we
with them
made all this
leaving.
space, huh?
That's why I'm okay with them leaving. They deserve the bag.
Yeah, like that's what bothers me though. It's like they created they created that for themselves. They deserve it. They carried us to the finals for the most part.
Hmm.
Like they did a lot of work.
Yeah,
When Jimmy couldn't show up, they showed up. So it's like, yeah, they deserve that max deal, but we made space for somebody who might be coming. It just
yeah.
didn't make sense. It was annoying. So I
Hmm.
mean, it is what it is, though. I'm excited for this year again because we have so many different storylines. Um, but the one storyline that I really want to see is the Jordan Poole saga because I want to see how he performs in Washington because that might be the motivator. That might be the motivator for him to not be a fuck anymore, and maybe he can be the next. Maybe his humbling might make him the next, big star. I want
That's
to see if he
crazy
could do
that
it.
you think it's a humbling.
I think it could be. It could be his. He's. That's the ultimate way to get humbled. You get traded away to Washington. Like, how much more humble can you? How much more humbling can you get?
True.
It's crazy. So it's like
Okay.
maybe that's what he needed. Maybe he needed a reality check. Like, bro, you are not Steph. And yeah, I mean, it has been quiet around the league, and I like that they're doing that even throughout
Hmm.
different sports seasons. So it gives us a reason to keep watching or want to watch. So yeah, I'm for it. Now on to other news, guys. I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off. That's why I have this one up so early. Adesanya versus Strickland. It's an MMA fight. You don't know what I'm talking about, so I'll try to explain it for you as briefly as possible. Uh, Israel Adesanya is a Nigerian,
I know who he is.
Australian. Okay, all right. Well, pretty much he had a fight, I think a couple Saturdays ago against Sean
Yeah.
Strickland, who is he plays the douche role so well. He's an asshole. Um, but it's weird. I respect him as a man. I don't respect him as a person. Like he's an asshole as a person, but as like what he fights for and why he fights, like he feels like that's the only thing that makes him feel alive. Like he has a very traumatizing childhood, so that's
Okay.
why like he's doing that instead of doing something negative, which I respect.
Okay.
uh when he wins or loses, he's still respectful to his opponent, but then in the press conferences and all this stuff, he's always an asshole. I think he just has terrible people skills, but that's neither here or there. We have a new champion in that division. Israel Adesanya has pretty much been cleaning up, wrecking people. But this time, he got his ass beat, and I said beat.
Sheesh.
I watched that and I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like in my head, you know how when you're like your favorite person is like, playing or something like that, and you're like,
Hmm.
man, I hope they pull up something out, or no, they're just warming up. Uh, that's not what happened here. It was just an ass whooping. A
Damn.
lot of people, and for those who aren't casuals, Israel Adesanya does not take breaks. It's very essential when it comes to fighters. You need to take your breaks. Like A lot of fighters, they fight once a year. Israel Adesanya, I think he averaged like fighting 3 times a year. So he'll fight somebody, he'll win, and then he'll be like 2 months later, 3 months later, I'm gonna fight again. I want to fight again. So, but a lot of people are saying it might have caught up to him. A lot of people are saying, hey, he's just not that good. People figured him out. I don't know. We'll see. But
That's a shot.
yeah, it really is. A lot of people hate him. They hate him because of like he paints his nails, he watches anime, he's nerdy, he likes to show off like the things that he could do. He's very flamboyant. But then you have people like me that are like, I like that shit. Dope. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hopefully he takes time to himself and he comes back. But as
There's
for Sean
actually,
Strickland, huh?
I was gonna say, there's actually a couple things on here that you didn't add, like NFL and college football wise, but
Oh
continue.
yeah. But no, I was gonna say that uh I do like the idea of Sean Strickland being champion. I want to see how
Mm-hmm.
heavy the crown is for other people if they
Oh,
could really hold the
handle the
mantle as
pressure.
long. Yeah. But okay, moving on. I've been saying this around, so I kind of wanted to go ahead and get your thoughts on it. Uh Taylor Swift versus Beyonce. What do you think?
Versus.
Taylor Swift versus Beyonce. Who do you think is better? A lot of people have been
Um,
saying Taylor Swift is better. I mean, her concerts are doing crazy numbers. She plays instruments. She writes a lot of her own songs or her own. I mean, what do you think? She's been the reigning champ. Like you know me, I don't like Taylor Swift as a person, but she got bops.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on
Like
that. I think Beyonce has bops as well. I think both artists have been holding up the economy very well
yeah,
with their shows.
yeah,
Um, like the insane amount of people that are going to these shows and the people that they bring out, and all that. If I'm being like honest with you, I don't. I'm not a fan of neither. Like a diehard fan of neither.
yeah.
I do appreciate their music and what they've been doing, but like
Hmm.
I don't care.
I'm gonna
I
be
think.
honest. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, no, I think the same. I thought the same way. I was sitting there and I was
Yeah.
like, man, forget Taylor Swift. Fuck Taylor Swift. She's a shitty person. And I was at the bar like last week,
Mhm.
and Love Story came on,
And you
and
were singing it.
they were doing karaoke, and there are
Mhm.
videos circulating of me on stage with that random group of people I do not know, singing word for word, bar for bar, Love Story, because
Mhm.
that song. That's my fucking jam right there. So
Yeah. See,
definitely,
um, I think Beyonce's last album, Renaissance, grew on me because when I first heard it,
hmm
I was like, "What is this?" But I really enjoyed it. Same with Taylor Swift. I think I like more of her folk music than country music.
hmm
But again, like I'm not one of those fans. I'm not going to either one of their concerts.
yeah,
And I
no,
don't like the fact right now that everyone is like, "Oh, well, she's dating Travis Kelsey, so let me watch the NFL." No,
hundred.
that's fucking annoying. Like, no, stop.
Speaking of the NFL, what do you think about the fucking domination that the Dolphins have just given? They just gave
That's the thing, though.
the
Like,
most
we won.
immaculate
We
ass
we
whooping.
fucking yeah. We scored 70 points. We did like the biggest ass whooping, and everyone's talking about Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
That shit pissed
No,
me
I mean
off.
our 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 talk lasted for a couple of days. But this is the
Yeah.
thing. This is the thing.
No, look, I'm gonna just give props to Tua. Again, like I
Yeah,
watched him in college. I went to Georgia, so I've seen him like kick our team's ass
before. Yeah.
first, like front row in person. So
Bro.
I yeah, literally, like I was at the game when he like destroyed us. So
Yeah.
I'm I'm a big fan of his here in Miami, and I think if he stays healthy, he he's our quarterback. Um, I don't
Yeah.
understand why people dislike him. I think it's because he's black, and people are like, "Oh, well, you know."
I mean,
He's
I
not
think
the
that
quarterback.
the biggest thing about Tua is that he just he was injured. You get what I mean? Just like most quarterbacks, like a lot of quarterbacks, they get fucking injured. But it's like
Yeah, but people
he
always
was
compare
injured.
him.
Go ahead.
People always compare him to white quarterbacks and
Well,
how the
yeah, I
white
mean,
quarterback is superior, and that is really
ooh,
annoying.
ooh,
Yes, yes,
God damn,
that's how
I
it
didn't
is.
know
That's how it
that.
is. They're like, oh, Josh Allen is better. Josh Allen hasn't won shit.
Yeah, no,
Justin
I've
Herbert
seen.
is better. He hasn't won shit.
I think that people just, but then nobody says that. I forgot the nobody says Patrick Mahomes is is worse
You
than
wanna you
Josh
wanna
Allen.
you really wanna talk
No,
about Patrick Mahomes?
no, I'm saying nobody says that. You get what I'm trying to say?
Patrick
So it's like
Mahomes is
nobody
also
says this.
like
I don't.
mixed.
All right, then what about? I forgot the Eagles quarterback.
Jalen Hurts? No, people
Yeah,
hate Jalen Hurts. I
but they don't say that
like
anybody's better than him. You can hate him all you want, but
Mahomes.
you're gonna respect him. They can say
Okay, I'll
Patrick
give you
Mahomes.
that. I'll give you that. I think people don't respect Tua, and
Got you.
it's
That's what I
very
believe.
very annoying because like he hasn't done anything wrong,
Yeah, I
and
think
that's
that
what pisses me off.
I think that when Miami wins, it's just that Miami has the best bandwagon fans um this side of the East Coast because when Miami wins,
I
everybody was a
mean,
Miami fan from the
Miami and
beginning.
New York.
Yeah, but then when Miami loses,
Yeah, everyone
then
shits on us.
yeah. So I mean, to me, even like, bro, I'm a Miami native, so yeah, I'm a fan by proxy. But I'm a Patriots fan first. I mean, that's just what it is. But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, nah, man, they got lucky. They didn't. They just spanked them.
Yeah, oh
Easy.
no,
That's it.
that was that was insane. That was a great game to watch.
Yeah, there was a lot of blowouts though. There wasn't
Yeah,
like it
yeah,
was
this
so
past weekend.
weird.
Hmm.
I think that people have just been getting figured out. And let's talk about another blowout that I don't really want to talk about, but we gotta talk about it. Um, Colorado,
Okay,
Colorado blowout
here's my
versus
take.
Oregon. Go
Here's
ahead.
my take.
Go ahead.
I think people are hating on Coach Prime way too much. And I had this discussion yesterday with my boss because I was like, I know it's because he's black and because he's a successful black man who's actually doing something positive and
Yeah.
is growing the sport in Colorado, and he's making
Yeah.
kids believe.
Oh,
Um,
100%.
and people don't like that. I do think that, they probably shouldn't have been ranked. I think they probably like got too ahead of themselves, but I do think they will have an over 500 record. Um, but I think the hate needs to stop, like die down, because it's not like he's doing anything negative. He's super respectful as well, so I don't get why people hate.
Man, like I think about it like this, like Buddy doesn't even curse. Like he
No, no,
shows
he's super
even when
respectful.
they got blown out and he was like, man,
Props to the other team, yeah.
we got our buns whooped. Like what?
Hmm.
No, like but the thing is this. People talk shit about they'll talk shit about him because he is outwardly loving towards his team and he's was successful so fast, you know.
Yeah.
And people want their quarterbacks to be gray, old, inactive, and quiet. I mean, sorry, not quarterbacks. They want their coaches to be gray, inactive, quiet. Not brag about their no. He's like, no,
Hmm.
I'm just gonna brag about my team. I'm gonna love my team. I'm gonna show outwards love towards my team. You know, and then I'm gonna keep it moving. If something bad does happen, and rock with them. But it's weird. It's a weird thing that people are attacking. So yeah.
Yeah.
So now,
Wait,
moving
hold up.
on.
I want to
What?
clarify because I said Tua is black. I apologize. He's Samoan. My fault.
Okay, all right. There you go. A little bit of research does you some good, kids. Remember
Yes.
that. So let's move on to some weird stuff. Did you
But
know?
yeah.
Did you see the video of Britney Spears wielding knives and dancing around?
I saw a clip of it.
What do you think about that?
There's something wrong with her.
So here's my question. We're gonna get canceled, but it's cool.
Whatever.
Did we speak too soon? I'm just throwing it out there.
The
I'm just throwing it
censorship?
out there. I'm just throwing it out there. I just want to ask, did we speak too soon? Did we speak too soon?
I think I don't even know how to go about this. I think
Just be real.
No.
Just be real.
I'm thinking. I'm trying to phrase it because like that's not the first video that she's like publicized or like the craziest thing that she's done ever since like the censorship was over. I do think that she needs help. Hopefully she does seek it because yeah, there's something going on.
I feel you, but you didn't answer my question.
I don't
Did
think
we
so.
speak too soon?
I don't think so because like you also like people have their own rights. Like you can't just keep drugging them up and making them not feel happy. Maybe she's happy being like this. Maybe this is who she really is. And if she doesn't want the help, then you can't force someone to get help.
Yeah, but once you're a danger to yourself or somebody else, I mean, that's what the conservatorship is there for, right? Am I wrong? I don't know, but I'm thinking to myself because it's like there were dogs like in the back. They're like she had two little puppies in the background and shit like that, and she was just swinging them things. But this is what they were saying though. She came out and said that the knives were fake and they were props.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I think she's lying.
Wasn't there like a video or a picture afterwards and she was like had a Band-Aid?
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, yo, what's going on here? And then like I looked at the knives and there are two completely different knives. I was like, why do you have, if you're going to get prop knives, like why are there two completely different types of knives? So
I don't know.
I was mad confused.
I kind of want to give her the benefit of the doubt. And hope that, you know, maybe this is just her being her, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel bad.
I don't know either. I just feel like, yo, man, maybe we might owe some people some apologies if some crazy shit happens, bro. Because we were on here saying it with our chest. We really were. We were. And we like.
I don't take it back, honestly.
I do. I would in a heartbeat because we didn't know what was going on, but we was just out here talking shit. So like with our whole chest, like, nah.
Let's just wait. Let's just wait.
Exactly. I'm saying I'm down to wait, but you know.
I know.
Now, another Brittany that I don't know if you know about is Brittany Renner. So Brittany Renner, she is more as a serial dater, right?
Okay.
So I think I don't know how she got famous initially, but she dated a bunch of celebrities and whatnot. And when she was dating these celebrities, it turned into like a funny, popular thing because all these celebrities were dating the same person. So she was on, but not at the same time. I mean,
okay. I mean, but okay.
So it turns out that she has 35 bodies, and she admitted it on Shannon Sharp's podcast. And Shannon Sharp, his eyes widened like 3 sizes.
His eyes almost came out of his glasses.
Yeah, he took like 4 shots of whatever he was drinking, and he was like, "Oh, no, he had a bottle."
No, like I know. I'm joking. I'm joking.
And he was like, "Whoa." What are your thoughts on those types of reactions, or men having those types of reactions?
I, I would they have the same reaction if another guy told them that they had 35 bodies?
Great fucking question, because that's exactly what I think. I think
Yeah,
that I honestly feel like that's a very immature way to look at it, especially Shannon Sharp being his age, his big age. And I love Shannon Sharp. I think he's the best. He's
that's
so
unk.
awesome. That's on. But his reaction was just so childish because
Hmm.
it paints a picture of like inequality in that sense. And my whole mentality is like, if you don't like 35 bodies, like in a partner, it should be because you don't have 35 bodies and you don't want somebody who has more bodies than you because of some type of standard you uphold for yourself. That's great. That's fine. But I just don't understand
The
why
double
his reaction
standard.
had to be that. Yeah, and the double standard. It literally means nothing.
Hmm.
It means nothing. Because I can understand if you're saying, hey, you know what? I don't want somebody with a high body count because I don't have a high body count because I value the people that I go ahead and I date, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or the people that I'm with, like
Yeah,
it's not for like one night stands or for fun or anything like that. It's because I actually want to be with them and care about them. I understand
exactly.
that. I don't
Yeah,
understand the whole, yeah, let me clap my guy up because he has 20 bodies, but this girl who has like 25, ill, no, disgusting. That just
yeah,
doesn't make sense to me.
yeah. And then it'll never make sense to me on my end too. It's like,
Hmm.
I mean, I don't know, man. But yeah, that's literally what happened. We should make that a topic eventually, one day. You
Sure.
guys tell us what you think. But yeah, disappointed in Young.
Hmm.
So moving on, there was a pilot that did a bunch of cocaine off of ladies the day before he was supposed to fly a plane. He told one of the flight attendants, and she snitched on him. What are your thoughts? Would you snitch?
Yeah, I'm getting on a plane with you.
Yeah, but if
I don't
you
want to
were
die.
like, let's say if it's me, right? Would you snitch on me, or would you be like, yo, call in sick, do
That
something else?
part. That part.
That's what you would do?
Yeah, because ain't no way I'm flying on a plane with you high off of coke.
Yeah, but would you snitch, or would you tell
No,
me
I
to
would tell
call in,
you to
or you're
call
gonna
in.
snitch? All right,
First of
all
all,
right.
I tell you to call in, but only because you're my friend.
Yeah.
Now, was this coworker lady a friend or
Well, he
just a
texted her.
coworker?
He texted her to let her know, hey, look, this is what I was doing last night. So you have to be that person's friend, right? You wouldn't just do that to a stranger.
No, you could have coworkers' numbers and not be friends.
But why would he tell her? That's what I'm saying. Why would he tell her? But then
Some people just say shit. Yeah, he's
he
also
was
high.
also coked out in his so
Yeah.
I guess I just want to see your thoughts on that.
Yeah,
See
no,
where you're
that's
coming
wild.
from. See if I could trust you if I ever do coke one day before flying the plane. Now
Neither
the
will
new
happen.
now, what do you mean? What if that's my dream?
Okay.
So New York is flooded. Uh,
New York
now
City.
New York City is flooded, and I want to know what your thoughts on it and why God is punishing you guys, and stuff like that.
Well, it's cold where I'm at in New York. So there's that. But you know,
Yeah. So
climate change.
tell me why God doesn't like the Bronx.
I don't think I'm not no. I'm not even answering that. I'm not walking into that.
Let me know. Huh? I want to.
Definitely not walking into that. I'm not trying to die.
It's just like the flooding is crazy. Like
Yeah,
so,
it's
in
insane.
the
It's going
past
through the subways.
in the past year,
Hmm.
there's been like a COVID rise in New York. The sky has turned orange.
The smoke.
There's the smoke, the fucking flooding.
Hmm.
God's trying to get rid of New York. I don't know if you read the Bible, but this seems like this sounds like the beginning of something. So
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a mixture of that and climate change, or God kind of being like, "Hey, this climate change you guys keep ignoring. Hi,
hi.
how you doing?"
So it turns out that Tory Lanez put out he's gonna be putting out music soon. And he wants to thank the Umbrellas for sticking with him. Are you gonna be listening to his album or his songs that he's coming out with?
What the fuck is an umbrella? Is that what he calls
Umbrella?
his fans?
Yeah, that's what he calls his fans. It's weird, right? why,
What?
why, why umbrellas?
No, I will not be listening to him. I do not care for him or his music.
So
You caught me off guard with the umbrellas. I'm so sorry. What?
Nah, I'm doing these really good. I'm giving rapid fires.
Yeah, you are.
So I'm gonna be listening, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez makes really fucking good music, and I'm trying to hear what's going on from his. I mean, not even just from his perspective. I'm just trying to listen to his music because his shit's fire. I mean, and I stand 10 toes on believing in the artistry and not the artist. I might not like him, but shit's good. So
Yeah, you're gonna get us canceled.
I don't care. We're already here, baby. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, no, I will not be listening, but cool.
At least one of us are good.
Oh, we'll see.
Olivia Rodrigo dropped her new album Guts. What did you think?
Fire.
I'm
So
not a fan of Olivia Rodrigo, man. Like I'm
yeah,
trying.
you are. You literally listen to her music.
I like a couple songs. Doesn't make you a band fan. It makes you a fan. Like, oh, okay. Like
Okay.
it makes you a. It makes not even. It doesn't make you. It doesn't even make you a fan. Just means that you like a couple songs. Like I'm not gonna say I'm a Roscoe Dash song, but I did like No Hands.
Is that the only Roscoe
Like,
Dash song you like?
I don't know because I can't name you 3 Roscoe Dash songs. That's
Can
my
you?
point.
But you could name multiple Olivia Rodrigo songs, right?
No,
Sure.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't. But I could if I hear them, I'll know them.
I
Bad
don't
Guys.
believe you.
Bad Guy is
But
Billie Eilish.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the other one. Is it the one with the Paramore?
That's one.
Oh.
Okay, Jesoma.
That's all I got.
Sure. Okay. No.
What did you think?
I will.
You said it
I
was
will
great?
say. I did enjoy this album. It's a lot more 90s rock, like the 90s rock that we grew up on. The pop
Okay.
punk, like I think she's channeling in with her inner Avril Lavigne. So a lot of the songs were that type of punk rock.
Got you.
Which I enjoyed, and then she had some tearjerker songs as well. But overall I thought it was a lot better than the first album, so that might be like a hot take for some people, but
Ooh, okay.
I mean the first album was pretty sad, so
That makes sense. All right, so can you answer a question for me?
sure.
What's wrong with your boy?
Which one?
All I'm gonna say is that Bad Bunny is out here, and he's stealing from other artists, which is crazy to me. Crazy to me. Sorry, Fiend, is that his name? Fiend?
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, and his vibe is just off. I saw a video of him trying to rock to his own song, and I'm like, this isn't the Bad Bunny I know and love.
Yeah, it's the Kardashian curse.
It's the curse, the capital K curse.
Yeah, that Kendall Jenner.
Took his rhythm away.
Took everything away. His sazon, his rhythm, his Spanish.
Is gone.
Yeah, because now all the songs are in English. I'm like, who the fuck are you?
I want to do that pussy.
Yeah. He's still on timeout, bro.
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, that's you. Have you listened to the Fane album? It came out today, didn't it?
Oh no, I haven't listened to music today.
I heard somebody drop today, but whatever. they were all up in his comments saying to stream the person that he robbed or he stole from. So I
Oh
don't know.
god. Yeah, no.
You're gonna have to catch me up on that one a little bit later. But
Well, I just heard about it, so I'll let you know.
yeah, what do you think about Doja Cat's antics? Because she's been going. Okay, so if you guys don't know, Doja Cat's been on a bender where she's talking shit to her fans. She's doing a lot of this demonic shit. Uh,
Don't.
I want to see your. I want to hear your point of view.
I never liked her. I think there was stuff that came out before she got famous of her being racist and doing other stuff that
Yeah.
kind of got hidden once she got famous, which is another topic that we could talk about, like selling your soul. I know that you put that up as a
Oh,
post.
yeah, yeah,
And I know that she was done with the pop stuff because she was like, that's not what I want to do. And that's how she's been like, that's why she's been attacking her fans.
yeah.
Because she wants to do some hip hop stuff. I've listened to a couple of her songs from the album. They're pretty good. Like I think hip hop, like she's a really good hip hop artist. Not my cup of tea, but I heard that it was a pretty good album. I don't like the whole shitting on your fans
Mm-hmm.
or like some of the songs, and it's very like demonic for sure, yeah. Or at least
I
that's
think
what
that
she's trying to sell.
yeah, I think that she's I think a lot of it is that like she's, but it's so weird how she does a lot of crazy shit right before she drops an album.
Yeah.
I think she capitalized off of what Kanye West was trying to do, which was be crazy before your drop, but it works for her because her drop it rises up to the level of her crazy.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the song, bitch, I said what I said. You know, it's fire. It's a bop. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie,
That's
but
what I'm saying. She knows how to have like radio songs that will hit.
yeah,
But I don't understand the whole shitting on your fans part. Like,
I think it's a way to like. I hate to give an artist the benefit of the doubt, but I think it's kind of a way to say, I am not a tool that you could use because I think a lot of fans they use their favorite artist as tools in their lives. Like a lot of people who are, for example, let's use me, right? A
I
lot of
think I know what
people
you're
who
saying.
are yeah, a lot of people who are Kanye fans, they'll ride with him even through some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you have me who's like, no, 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 that was crazy. I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm not gonna go ahead and be your fan and agree with you. So I
Yeah.
think that that's her saying, yo, I'm a different person. My music is different than me. So when you call yourself this name, it's a little weird, which it kind of is, even though it's like fans showing their support for you and stuff like that. It is a little weird because that is, in a sense, what creates people like the Beehive or people like what is
The
Nicki
Swifty.
Minaj's called? Swifties. People like I forgot what Nicki Minaj's are called. Whatever. Just saying that you are this thing, it is a little bit weird because you start to ignore the person's negative aspects, or you might just
Mm-hmm.
ignore, you being your own person, and you might follow who that person is. And that's also how
See?
stands are created. Stands are
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Well,
So
to go off of what you're saying, I've noticed a lot, and it's probably why I haven't really been going to a lot of concerts, but a lot
mhm,
of these new fans, like after COVID, these new fans like are taking it to an extreme level when it comes to going to concerts and festivals. Where it's not fun. Like you don't really enjoy yourself anymore because so like I've been reading online the experiences that like our millennial generation who
mhm,
we went to like Warped Tour and different
yeah,
festivals growing up. So, like people are kind or like welcoming and opening, especially like if you're coming to a concert where like maybe the artist talks a lot about like mental health and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and you use
Hmm.
it to like, better yourself. But from what I've been hearing from like people going to concerts lately, it's just like a bunch of Gen Z kids who are like, fuck you, I was here first, fuck off, I don't care who you are, type of thing.
Yeah,
And the
but
behavior's
that.
been
Mhm.
nasty and all of that. And I think I mean, we've seen it with people throwing shit at artists on stage. It's like concert ethic has just left, and the
Yeah,
fans are taking it to another level of stands that I could see what like Doja calling them out, telling them like to fuck
that's
off.
just weird. Yeah,
I
that's
understand
what
that.
I.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's
No,
like,
yeah, that's
bro,
what I'm saying. I agree.
it's not that you hate your fans. It's more that you hate the the etiquette that
Hmm.
it turned into, which is just some weird shit. And I mean, yeah, it's just some weird shit, and I agree with that.
Hmm.
You should be your own person and like music. Like even when we were growing up, dude, yeah, like I love Blink-182, but I wasn't going to dress like them, act like them, dude. Like no, dude. I just
Yeah,
like the thing.
people start worshiping like these
Yeah,
artists, and it's so intense. That's like the whole like going back to Taylor Swift. They're
yeah,
worshiping her so much that like the NFL, like Travis Kelsey's jersey, like became super popular. His podcast numbers blew up, and that like fan massive like effect on things,
yeah.
like to a certain point, it's gonna blow up for the worse.
It's so weird. It's a weird thing.
And I just don't understand it. And like, there's a bunch of artists who've made songs about it, calling like their fans out to like, hey, like this isn't cool, or like come out and said things that
Mm,
this isn't cool. Obviously, like not in Doja's way, in like
yeah.
a more like less aggressive or less offensive way.
Hmm.
But I just don't think these kids are understanding.
Yeah. No, I get that. So we should make that
Yeah.
a topic. Be real with you. The topic.
Yeah,
It
I
was a close
agree.
second. It was a close second. I'm gonna be real with you. Like I was looking at the stats. It was a close second.
Yeah,
So,
that should be the
but
next one.
next thing we have here. So we got to get a little serious for a second, guys. Got a little political. Trump refuses to go to debates because he says he's so far along in the polls that he doesn't have to go, which is not wrong. I think he has like he's 30% in the polls or something, or I don't know, 35, some shit like that, in the Republican Party. But other people are trying to come for that head top in the debates. So, what do you think? Do you think that he shouldn't go to these debates, or do you think that he should?
Um, I think there's other reasons why he's not going to the debate,
Ooh, why?
because he's going to, well, he's not going to jail, but he could potentially be arrested at one of these again.
No, I
Um,
don't think he. I think he's free right now to do whatever
no,
he
I
wants.
know, but I'm pretty sure there's more that's coming that hasn't been announced yet.
I see what you're saying. Like,
So maybe that. I think him not wanting to like show up to the debates also is probably because he's not ready. Like he's not ready to. He might get sunned by one of these other politicians.
yeah, I think that that's what it is too. I think that he's definitely not going to fare well against
No,
the
because
other people.
he's not a public speaker like that. He doesn't know how to like have an intellectual conversation to defend himself. He'll just go to like childish ways and attack you as a kid. And
Yeah,
a lot of, well, I'm not going to call them, some of these politicians know how to talk.
no, that's the point. And
Yeah.
I think that the what made Trump so powerful is that he was kind of like Scott clean. Like you couldn't really you could attack his character and things that he says, but
He
there's
doesn't
so
care.
much shit on him now that if he walks into that room, it's just not going to end well. So I think that
No.
he's just avoiding it because it's easier for him, and it does make sense. Like, why would I go and be attacked if you know I'm just chilling right
Honestly,
now?
it's a smart move by him and his
Yeah,
team.
very smart.
So,
So, damn, that's crazy. So, on to our series recap. This is a section where we go ahead and recap things that we've been watching lately. We might have quite a few, but we're going to try to breeze through them as fast as we can. So let's start off with Ahsoka. I'm not a big
Yo,
Star Wars guy, but go ahead, go off. This is you.
yeah. This is probably the best Star Wars show that has come out.
I've
It
heard.
is superior to superior might be a lot, but it's better than Mandalorian, which Mandalorian is like one of my favorite Star Wars shows. But this has been a mixture of Rebels and Clone Wars, but live action. Um,
Mm,
we've gotten to see some important characters from Rebels and from Clone Wars, and like literally scenes from the animated versions into live action has
I
been
saw
like
that. Yeah,
fucking amazing. And as a big Anakin fan, I am in heaven.
got
Um,
you.
so definitely recommend if you're a Star Wars person. Obviously, like you do have to watch some of Rebels and Clone Wars to kind of have an idea of the characters and the storyline. But this is setting up to be a movie that will be coming out, I think, in a couple years. But I will say that Dave Filoni taking over Star Wars has been a blessing because he's amazing. Like his storytelling, his writing, the ideas he has for the characters has just been mind blowing, honestly. So props to them.
That's that sounds pretty on brand from what I've been hearing
Mm-hmm.
from other people and been seeing like in little tidbits and stuff like that. I was like, oh shit, this actually looks good, but I'm not a Star Wars fan, so it's too late to get in
No,
now.
I get it. I get it.
Maybe
You would
one day I'll do a chronological thing and like binge a bunch of shit, but
honestly, you don't even have to do anything chronological. It's just like a couple episodes from the animated series, and then you'll understand it. But
it's
this
just what
one
I
for
like to do.
sure, I get you. But this one for sure, like I would recommend to you. I think you would definitely like this one.
Okay. All right, maybe I'll take a look into it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have The Changeling. So this is a show that I've been watching with my girlfriend. Like we've been watching it for a few episodes now, and this
Mm-hmm.
shit is fucking crazy. Pretty much Lakeith Stein. I never get his last name right. Uh,
Stanfield.
there you go. So he does this amazing job of playing a man who wants to have kids, and he's kind of like full of himself in a sense, but also very humble. He meets this woman, they hit it off. I'm not going to say anything else because it'll kind of ruin it, but just a bunch of crazy shit starts happening, and you're trying to kind of put the pieces together, and they do a great job of exposition. I'm a huge exposition guy. I like when you explain the story without having to tell me what the story's about,
Mm-hmm.
but just let that stuff play out in the scenes. So they do a really good job of that. And the characters are very intricate and they're very detail oriented. So there's a lot of stuff there I freaking love. So um, you guys watch that. The
What
Changeling.
is it? What platform is it on?
You know I'd be stoned. I'd have to
Okay.
look though. let
Okay.
me let me
You
look.
go ahead and look, and I'll jump into the next show.
All right, go ahead.
So Loki season 2 comes out next week, or this, yeah, next week. A couple days after Ahsoka, uh, their season finale is. I think what
It's on
Disney did.
Apple TV.
It's on Apple TV. Okay, cool. I have
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, Loki season 2 is coming out a day earlier, and I think they also switched the time, which is similar to what they did with Ahsoka. So, what are your thoughts? Are you somewhat more excited for season 2, or are you just kind of going in with like low expectations?
I'm going in with low expectations. I mean, I like what they showed me in trailers, but Marvel does
Mm-hmm.
a really good job again of showing us crazy great clips in trailers and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot, and then flopping. So I'm going with low expectations. Hopefully they do a great job for me. Like I was excited for the Secret Wars actually a little bit. I was
Yeah,
like,
Secret Wars was a flop.
yeah, I was excited though. Like remember we were talking about it, I was like, yo
Yeah,
man,
because
this
it
shit
looked
looks
different.
dope.
It looked dark, and
Yeah.
then it just like no. I'm with you. I don't want to get my expectations up that high. Um, I do like Loki. I think Loki was still one of my top shows, even
Yeah.
though I didn't like the season finale. But we'll see. Hopefully, season 2 kind of.
Yeah, I
It's
remember
better.
we were sitting in that room just mad
Yeah.
because we watched the season with that together. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were sitting in
We were so
that
pissed
room
off.
just hot.
I think I threw the headphones.
Yeah, you did, you did. But
All right, moving on.
now we have Talk to Me. I don't know if you've seen this movie.
No.
Talk to Me is pretty much about a bunch of teenagers. They're playing with these objects that they shouldn't be playing with. It's a horror movie,
No.
or suspense or whatever. And when you hold onto the hand, like it's a hand, right? The
Okay.
object is a hand. When you hold onto the hand, then and you say "talk to me," then the hand conjures up somebody who has passed away. So, point is, they get carried away with playing with it, and they end up getting to all types of shenanigans. So, check it out. It's a pretty good movie. I liked it. I haven't been watching
Oh,
really good movies lately.
you know,
So,
we haven't been ranking any of this.
oh shit. So, Ahsoka, what do you give it?
Well, right now it's a 9.5. We'll see how the finale is.
Gotcha. I give The Changeling a 10 because I don't see any plot holes right now. But actually,
Cool.
I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9. I don't see plot
Okay.
holes, but there are some things they can improve. I think that they can improve a little bit on uh, just where the storytelling's going. I don't know where things are
Hmm.
going right now. So, yeah.
Okay.
Loki season 2, we can't really rank
We
that
can't.
because we
No,
don't
not
know
not
yet.
yet. Not yet.
But Talk to Me, I'll give it a 7.5,
Oof.
maybe a 7. Actually, a 7.
Okay. All right.
Now, this one is
I haven't
on.
watched it yet.
You need to,
I know. I
but
know. I know. Like I know. It's on my list.
uh, so we watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Yeah, it's a star-studded. It's a star-studded movie. To be real with you, it's full animation,
Hmm.
but the voice actors they come from everywhere, and to be honest, it was awesome. I loved it. Um, I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it
Okay.
an 8 because I mean,
Why?
it, it just feels like it's not my favorite type of animation. It's not an animation
Yeah,
that I like.
that's what's been putting me off from watching it.
Yeah,
Just because the animation graphic styles of it doesn't. It just doesn't work with my eyes.
yeah, exactly. And that's
Hmm.
but once you start watching and you're watching consistently, like it gets better.
Hmm.
Um, but the reason why it doesn't really mesh with me is because the animation style is not my favorite type of animation style,
Gotcha.
and I don't know what type of story they're kind of trying to go with. Like I guess they're creating their own story. I didn't like
Hmm.
how they kind of fleshed out uh, Master Splinter in the
Okay.
movie as well. So that kind of dropped it. He was still funny, played by Jackie Chan, by the way. But
That's sick.
right, still funny. But I just couldn't connect with the character as much.
Gotcha. So this next show is called Gen V. It's
Hmm.
the new show from The Boys. It's
Okay.
the Academy
Oh, you saw
version.
it?
No, I haven't seen it yet. The first episode dropped today, honestly.
Oh shit! I want to watch that
Yeah,
shit.
so yeah, it's on
I
Amazon
like
Prime,
it, but
so I'm interested to see
okay.
what it's gonna look like. Cause I didn't really
Yeah,
like The Boys season 3.
I'm gonna be real. Like
So
I like the idea of it. I just wish they would have came out with it after they finished the boys. You get
that would have
me?
made sense. Yeah.
Like kind of create like a new generation type of thing,
Hmm.
and then they could go wherever they want with it. But now, what if this does really well, and then people want an immediate like ongoing season of these people grown up and actually fighting? Like you get what I mean? Like I wish they would have
Yeah.
just finished like where they were
Hmm.
and then go ahead and create this show. But it was a little bit intriguing. It just wasn't too like it didn't make me feel like I was like, oh man, I really need to watch it. Which is why I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit, it came out
Yeah, it came out today. Maybe I'll watch it later tonight or tomorrow, and I'll let you know if it's worth it or not.
fire. But again, if you guys have any recommendations, any shows that you want us to watch or you want us to review or you want us to rate, let us know. We're more than happy to go ahead and do that with you guys or for you guys and
Yeah.
get your feedback on it as well. So So now going into our special topic, the reason why this theme is here, why we're doing it this way. What are our top 5 horror movies? Well, not horror
No,
movies, just Halloween
Halloween
movies,
movies
right?
to watch. So basically, we are going to go over our favorite movies to watch during Halloween. Not all of these
Mhm.
will be horror or scary movies. I think that would be a different topic. We do have some honorable
Um,
mentions
just
too.
say just say that you don't like scary movies, bro. Just say that. Like I don't know
I
what's
enjoy
going
some
on
scary movies, not
here.
anything
Ooh,
demonic.
nobody said anything about demons. I'm just saying, it sounds like what you're explaining is, oh, I just don't like to be scared that much. So,
Well, what I'm explaining is that the movies I like to watch to get into the Halloween spirit aren't always like horror suspense movies. They're mostly like Halloween themed. All right, I will cancel this show right now.
all right, what's your number 5?
No, start with your honorable mentions, bro.
Oh, okay. Honorable mention for me
Hmm.
is Smile.
Ew,
Smile is an honorable mention. Exactly. Look at you
ew.
already.
That's
It's
some demonic shit.
fucking scary as shit. I think it's one of the scariest movies I've seen.
Hmm.
Uh, because it's one of those movies where you don't know who is what, and there's really no way of you knowing. Like,
Hmm.
and it's one of those movies. Also, you could put yourself in that position, and you wouldn't know how the fuck to get out. You know how most movies you'll be like, "Yo, why don't you just leave through the back door, dumbass?" Like, no, this movie doesn't give you that.
Hmm.
So definitely Smile. But now let's get into your number 5.
Well, my honorable mentions.
Oh yeah,
I
your
have
honorable mention.
two. I have two. I'll start with the Adams Family.
Okay.
Um, Self-explanatory. So they have a couple good movies, and obviously the show is pretty good. But it definitely gets me into the Halloween spirit. But I think
Okay.
I have a couple other ones that are more legit. And then, not you getting a phone call.
Yeah, for real. Sorry about that. Hold on.
But yeah, the Adams Family, somewhat spooky, somewhat pretty like Halloween vibe, so I dig it. And then my other honorable mention is Scream. One of my favorite slasher suspense movies.
Okay.
Just because like it's also like you get dressed up for Halloween, and a lot of people dress up as a slasher, so that's pretty sick. Um,
Yeah. I will say that there is like no Halloween without the slasher. Like I
yeah,
don't think we could go with
the
a
Ghostface,
Halloween with that. Yeah, with
yeah.
the ghost face. Yeah.
So that's definitely an honorable mention of a movie I like to watch.
Okay. I
Cool.
see that. I see that.
All right, you
All
go with
right.
your number 5.
I'll go with my number 5 then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. My number 5 is all of the Saw movies.
Ooh, interesting.
It's one of those movies where you could watch with a bunch of people, and it teaches you a lesson,
Mm-hmm.
but it always feels intense. And there's so many of them that it's the gore. It has all of the assets. It has the gore, the suspense, the the scaring right out of nowhere. All of that stuff is happening at the same time. So like that's easy number 5.
Cool. I dig
And
that.
what about you? And what about
My
you?
my number 5 is It.
That's a great one. Yo, you coming out with these classics.
Yeah, I
Whipping
went
my
kind of old
ass.
school.
Hold on. Hold on.
I went kind of old school, but I think like my top 2 you're going to like shit on me.
Yeah,
Um
probably.
yeah. But my number 5 is It. Spooky clown Pennywise.
Yeah.
Um so yeah. It's a good one to kind of get creeped out and get into the mood of like scaring people with putting like balloons on like the sewer thing so that
Okay.
people think Pennywise is down there. Yeah, no, that one.
So my number 4 is actually Jeepers Creepers. I feel like Jeepers Creepers is one of those, like, you rarely get like a super agile villain. Like everything that he did was out of nowhere. That's what made it
Mhm.
like pretty terrifying. And he looked terrifying, and you just the storytelling was actually pretty good with Jeepers Creepers. So I really did love that. I did love that movie. That was it was fun and it was
Uh-huh.
scary at the same time. What
Gotcha.
about you?
Um, so my number 4 is Beetlejuice.
God. Okay.
Beetlejuice. Okay, so it's not scary at all, but Beetlejuice is definitely like one of those like kind of kid movie, family movies, but it's so fun to watch. I think the characters did a great job, or the actors did a great job of the story, and they're making a Beetlejuice Part 2, which is supposed to come out eventually. But I think that's like a classic that I just enjoy watching.
Okay. I like that. All right, so then I have
Your number
for
3.
my number 3, I can count.
Okay.
For my number 3, I have it was a close one for me,
Mm-hmm.
but all of the Final Destinations. Now, those movies,
Those movies, I
mhm,
can't.
exactly, they make you fucking reevaluate life. You'll be sitting there like
But are you?
that's the
I think we did our list different, if I'm being honest with you, because I don't consider those Halloween movies.
those are Halloween movies for me because I'm not going to watch them at any other time. I'm not putting
Okay.
myself in these positions. But it like because to me, spooky time means scary time, right? So these are movies where I'm gonna be like, "Fuck, I'm terrified."
Okay.
And my
That's
number one is my
whoa, whoa,
number
whoa,
one's
whoa,
gonna
whoa,
wrap.
whoa, 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 whoa,
I'm not
whoa.
gonna tell
Okay.
you what it is. I'm just
Oh,
saying my number one's gonna wrap it all up for you, and you're gonna be like, "Got it." So,
okay.
Final
We might have like
Destination.
similar twos and ones.
Okay, I don't think so.
Okay.
So, Final Destination for me is like it's one of those movies where I like to be like it just scares me because it could
Mm-hmm.
all happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Final Destination doesn't allow me to drive in back of semi trucks anymore comfortably. Because you ever seen those semi trucks that are
No, I
carrying a
know.
bunch of stuff?
I've seen the movie. I know.
Yeah.
I know what
So
happens.
I can't like now I can't drive in back of them for too long. I'll be like, yo, what if? You get me? So I think that that's a cool number 3 to have. What about
Yeah.
you?
My number 3 is Hocus Pocus, a classic cult movie. Um, yeah, Hocus Pocus is just the shit. Like, if you don't watch Hocus Pocus during Halloween or October, like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Never seen it.
wow, you should be canceled.
I don't care.
Like, legit, like the theme of Halloween. Like, what?
I'll watch it, but I just haven't.
No,
So that's
yeah,
why also have you seen Hocus Pocus 2?
yeah. I saw Hocus Pocus 2 last Halloween.
Gross. Okay, I
It was
get you.
really good. Obviously, like the first one is a cult classic, superior. But the second one was pretty good, and I think the hype around it, because like even now people are dressing up as them, was pretty sick. So yeah, Hocus Pocus is definitely a must watch for me during Halloween.
Okay.
What's your number
So
2?
my number 2 is Halloween. All of the
Oh,
Halloweens.
we're on the same page. My number 2 is also Halloween.
Fire. The reason why is because yo, did we watch it together where
Yeah, we did.
yo, oh my god. When he learned Muay Thai and he was just God. I was like,
Yeah,
this is it for me. Um, I wasn't a huge Halloween fan. Then I watched all of them, and
they're good, dude. They're really good. Like obviously,
they
it's
are they are
like 70s
obviously
and
it's
80s.
yeah, it's dumb, but it's so
Yeah,
good.
but I
So
mean, you could say that too about like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like in the same realm.
Yeah, but the thing is that they didn't go hard like Mike went hard, bro. Like
No, no,
when
no.
he so this is the thing. When you could transcend generations,
Yeah,
that's what does it for me.
yeah.
I don't think Jason could really transcend generations because how much can you just be the tall, stoic guy? Ah, whatever, we get it.
At
Uh,
Crystal Camp or Camp, yeah, Crystal Lake Camp, something
yeah,
like that.
and then you have then you have
Freddie.
Freddie, and it's like, oh my God, he gets you in your dreams. Whatever, bro. We're all on Adderall now. It doesn't matter. We don't go to sleep anyway.
That's crazy.
No, but to be real, like it's just not as scary as we thought it would be. It's like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Um, but Michael Myers, that was it's dope. It's dope.
Yeah, I'll
I love Halloween.
I'll agree with you. Halloween was my number two. I think it's it's also called Halloween and it happens during Halloween. So like, come on, it's pretty spot on. And it's one of those good like suspense movies where it's not that scary, but
Yeah.
it's still like pop up scary and pretty gory
Mm-hmm.
enough for you to be like, you know what? Yeah, this was a good pick for Halloween.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right about that.
Hmm.
Now, my number one, Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods is my number one because they have everybody. They have all of the monsters, and then it's like this is where they all came from.
Hmm.
Look at this. Like it was just one of it's my favorite Halloween slash horror movie.
Yeah.
And
So go.
also it
Go on.
has this is what it has as extra. Um it's also funny. Uh and it's scary. It has the pop-ups and all of those things. And also it has a Hemsworth. So it's like, dude, what more do I really need? Uh, no,
That's
it is
funny.
dope.
I'm not even gonna argue with you. Cabin in the Woods is like
It's
one of
a
my favorite scary movies.
great, great movie.
Oh no,
Wait, what?
you kind of like froze on my end.
Yeah, you went out too.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Maybe.
Sorry, guys, we're back.
Okay. Yeah, no, I will agree with you. Cabin in the Woods is on my list of favorite scary movies, and I think it's very
Mhm.
like underrated compared to other movies.
Extremely, bro. Extremely.
Yeah, it's such a good movie, and I think people just didn't give it enough attention because I honestly don't know why, but it's such a good movie. Um, so I like that. I like that as your number one. You're gonna hate my
Yeah.
number one,
What's
so
your number one?
because I'm a child. My number one is Nightmare Before Christmas.
Why would you think I hate that?
I don't know.
Because I do. It's terrible. I'm messing with you. No. That's actually a really good one. And I'm
But no,
like, I liked it a lot. I just didn't
uh-huh.
like it enough for my top. But
No,
yeah,
yeah, I completely
it's more of
understand
a
that.
Christmas movie to me, to be honest with you.
See, that was the second part to my question. Do you consider it a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? Because I
Yeah,
watch it
I
in both
consider it a
holidays.
Christmas movie. It's like
So
the Grinch. Like the Grinch was a Christmas movie. Like,
yeah, but The Grinch is a Christmas movie. This is the
but
Pumpkin King in Halloween
who?
Town.
But the thing is that it's about Christmas though.
Eventually,
Okay, I get you. All
eventually.
right.
But no, it's a movie I enjoy watching during Halloween and Christmas. Some of the
Mhm.
pumpkin carvings that I've done in the past couple years have been of Jack Skellington, and
Of
I just
course,
enjoy Jack Skellington in general. So, that's my number one movie to watch,
that
even
makes a
though
lot of sense.
it's a kid movie, but I like it.
No, you killed it. That's great. I love that number one. So there you guys have it.
Hmm.
That's our top five Halloween movies, and hopefully we'll do something else for Christmas or not Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving doesn't have any
No,
movies,
we
but
could probably do like our top five horror movies next time too.
oh yeah, top five horror movies we could do later on this month.
Yeah, cool.
That'd be dope. All right,
That's
guys,
what you
there
guys
you
will
have
get.
it. That's what you get. This is on to our next segment.
Hmm.
So our next segment is Am I the Asshole?
Go off.
So guys, This is gonna be a doozy. We're gonna do two of them for you guys. But we're gonna just move it along. We've been here for a while, so I guess we're just gonna kind of shoot through these. So, first one: Am I the asshole for refusing to pay $45 for a soda and half an appetizer? Last weekend, one of my friends organized a group of people to go to do fall things. We rented a van and went to a few breweries and wineries. When we got back, we stopped at a pub to hang out for a bit before going home. There were about 12 of us, so they seated us at a table. People ordered food, drinks. When the check came, one of the guys quickly gave his card after signing, looked around and said, "Everyone Venmo me $45." This threw me off because many of the people had ordered meals, sides, drinks, and shots. I had ordered a Diet Coke. I had to drive back home about 1.5 hours and shared an appetizer with my husband. I asked if we could Venmo him for what we ordered, and he seemed annoyed. He sent everyone a pic of the receipt and asked for Venmo him what they got. Everyone Venmo him what they got. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna stop it there because there's not really much
Anything
else.
else that we need to know?
Yeah.
Cool.
What do you think?
I don't think they're the asshole. I kind of agree with that because why would I pay $45 if I didn't order something worth $45? Um,
Yeah.
but also like maybe setting the expectation when you
Mm-hmm.
get to the restaurant and be like, "Hey, I'm just going to pay for what I order," instead of doing like even splits because I know that
Yeah.
could be like kind of, I don't know, harsh on certain people, especially like if you're like don't have the money to pay $45 and all you ordered was an appetizer and a soda. Yeah, no, I'd kind of be upset at that. But
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly feel like first we gotta stop. Like as a community, we really have to stop going ahead and trying to be the cool friend, bro. Just say, yo, just call out the waiter or waitress and be like,
mhm,
hey, can we split this up? Is there a way for you to split it up? If
mhm,
not, cool. One person could put down their card, but just be vocal because that's what fucks up
yeah,
people.
yeah,
Well, friendship
a
wise,
lack of communication.
bro. Lack of communication. Like every time I'm out with my friends, hey, can we split this? Hey, can we split this? Because it's gonna be split. I'm not gonna pay. There's no way I'm paying $45 for all of this stuff.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to talk about it. And I mean, also have that communication beforehand. Like, hey, what are you gonna get? Oh, I'm gonna be getting this. All right, cool. Now I know not to go ahead and expect $45 from you.
or
But
even
yeah.
if like the waiter or waitress can't split up all the checks,
Mm-hmm.
just be like, "Hey, I'll send you what I got."
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, you should definitely do that too.
So
So
yeah,
now we have another one. Am
cool.
I the asshole for saying my wife can't do her night routine on our vacation? I, 25 female, have been with my wife, 27 female, for 5 years before we got, and we're married for three. We had a baby 3 years ago, and she's the light of our life. My wife listens to true crime podcasts every night to go to sleep. It sounds like J-Rock.
No,
It
I
doesn't.
don't.
It doesn't bother me because I'll sleep through anything and I wear earbuds to go to sleep. So she plays it out loud on her nightstand. We are currently on vacation and
Sounds
we're
like
sharing a
you.
room with our toddler. Whatever you say. Last night while my wife and I were getting ready for bed, she got to her podcast setup and I told her I don't think she could listen to the podcast while her daughter was in the room. My wife said it was fine and the chances are that she'll fall asleep before the podcast gets graphic. But I told her it wasn't a good idea before and I don't want our baby hearing anything scary. She got upset and told me I was trying to control what she can and can't listen to, and that's not okay. She ended up not listening to the podcast, but she's been short and grumpy with me all day. Am I the asshole? No, you're responsible. What the fuck? That's crazy. You're not an asshole for that.
How
She
old
could
is the
listen.
kid?
Doesn't matter. Not to me. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead. What do you think? You're in the same room with your toddler. Okay. You're
let's
watching a
talk.
true crime podcast
Okay,
loudly,
I
and they're gonna
think
be talking. They might be
I
talking
think
about rape, murder, gory shit, and you
okay.
have a child in the room. Are we
Okay.
gonna pretend that kids don't wake up in the middle of the night?
That's why I want to know the age of the toddler.
Doesn't matter. They're
I think
children. They shouldn't be around it.
it matters to me, I think. Um,
Why? Oh my,
because some of
yeah.
them don't even understand anything.
First of all, you're gonna also, you're not gonna gloss over how well I read that. You're gonna give me my flowers. I read that immaculately.
All right, congratulations on reading.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I don't think she's the ass. So if anything, like, put headphones in.
She should, but she didn't.
Yeah.
She was like, "No, I'm gonna blast it." No,
But
dude.
the thing is
Accommodate.
that her partner already allows her to listen to it loudly because she's
Yeah,
the one that falls asleep with the headphones, which it should have been the opposite. She should have posed that instead of her falling asleep with headphones in
that's my
or
point. Like,
earbuds.
my point is that she should have said, "Okay, I'm gonna wear earbuds because tonight is different." But she didn't. She said, "I want to do it the same way."
Because that's
And
not the expectation that they have already set for each other.
but you should change it when it comes to your child. That's my point. Like, for example, for me, dude, listen, I watch TV when I'm going to sleep. That's just what I do.
I know.
But when when I got a girlfriend and we started sleeping in the same bed and all these things, I can't do the same exact thing. So I changed it up. I have my little nightstand. I have my setup, and I watch TV with earbuds on to go to sleep. Simple. You don't have to keep to like you're. She's just being selfish. She's being selfish, and that's it.
Okay.
Whatever, bro. I don't need this from you right now.
I don't think she's an asshole, but like I understand why the other person is upset. Because
Yeah,
like your whole relationship, she hasn't worn her headphones. You've allowed her to play the
but
podcast out loud. So like
are
this
things not
sudden
supposed to
change,
change for our kids?
sure. I just don't think that she expected that, and when it switched, that's why she got grumpy and upset about it.
I'm sick of this. Look, guys. Oh.
I'm sick of that.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. We kind of cleaned it up. And I want to let you guys know I, myself, Jesoma Briggs, have a social media management company called Jaymarkets. Now, I've been helping a lot of people in the Miami area and in the Atlanta area, but I want to help everybody. So if you have a social media, if you're an entrepreneur and you have a business that you want to grow and you just can't seem to do it right, hit me up. With Jaymarkets, we could really help you with your demographic. We could help you grow with your, graphic design, photos, media. We help throughout all of it. So let us know what you guys need and we'll tag Jaymarkets or we'll make this a clip or something like that. But holla at us. We'll help you out.
Bet.
And we also want to let you guys know uh, we're going ahead and we're creating merch. I have a design. I haven't showed J-Rock yet, but I have a
Wow.
design. So stay tuned. It's gonna be pretty dope. You guys are probably gonna love it. And let us know if you like it. We're gonna put it the whole side by side thing. I just been a little bit too caught up. And last but not least, send us your "Am I the Assholes?" We love to read them. We want to go ahead and get your stories out there and let you know if you are a bad person or not with the limited knowledge that we do have about you.
If you are a JaySquared asshole.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to say to the people, J-Rock?
Thank you all for the fans who have been showing up to our lives. I know that we
Yeah.
haven't really dropped the podcast in a
Oh,
while,
yeah.
but it's because we've been doing a bunch of lives on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that you guys have been asking a lot for. So shout out to all of you who've been pulling up and asking some questions or, joining our random conversations. So that's been pretty cool. But we'll get back to more podcasts and hopefully merch that I get to see.
I got you. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool.
But thank you guys so much. Again, this has been the JaySquared Podcast.
Peace.
Peace.